Tyler was serving out his final weeks as mayor in Muncie. He did not run for re-election. There are more than 14,000 patients in Indiana's Medicaid home care program. She tells me in an exclusive interview, problems at home prompted the chaos that unfolded here last week. I took what I found out through this investigation straight to the governor and the state health commissioner. You made reducing infant mortality one of your targeted issues as governor. What have you done and what resources have you dedicated to doing that? Mark, I asked the prosecutor two questions that I think are critical in what we saw happen today. Without this video or the videos, would you have been able to make these charges?
In terms of in
the daylight, we are having a better look here at the damage and just how widespread it is. Damage, take a look here. Like this. We are using a thermal imaging camera to show you just how quickly you can lose heat. I have my gloves on. Starting today, the only people who will be allowed to visit patients here are immediate family members. Raphael, a person, they also tell me, who re-enters the country after being deported could face up to 20 years in federal prison.
It was a far drive. What was it that brought you out today? What are you fighting for? Who are you fighting for?
They are hard at work here, so I will leave them alone. Good luck to you guys, and for now, I'll send things back to you.
The woman who recorded this video spoke only with our Stephanie Wade. She's in Kokomo with the disturbing details tonight.
Police want you to watch this video. A woman took her kids here to Studebaker Park in Kokomo on Labor Day. She was actually on Facebook Live when you hear dozens of gunshots. We want to warn you, this video may be disturbing.
Go ahead, sir.
It was around 6:45 p.m. Chantel Droll had taken her kids to the park. You can see her 2-year-old playing basketball. Then, just moments later, she noticed something was wrong.
Let's go back over here, because they got too much going on over there.
A group of men near the Dunbar Court townhouses across the street began acting suspicious.
My intuition was right. Well, you know, they just had a whole brawl and got to shooting.
Her video capturing the horrific sounds of what came next.
We could take them to the other park. You want to take him to Highland?
No, he should come on, run, come on. Let's go.
Get my
son! The pregnant mother, her brother, and her children running as fast as they could.
Stay with me.
Gunfire feeling never-ending.
Come here. Because you just never know, because bullets don't have eyes.
Police say roughly 30 shots were fired.
It scared me only because it was too close for comfort. You know, it was too close to my babies. My son, you know, they don't know what's going on. They don't know why we're running. So they're looking like, what's that noise?
The best thing to do is exactly what this mother did. She ran for cover.
Kokomo police say they believe two groups were firing at each other. 5 men fled in a red pickup truck and led police on a high-speed chase. Officers were able to arrest them on 11 charges, with more to come tonight. No one was reported injured.
I'm just glad that we made it home and I got to hug my babies. You know, they were scared, and I'm glad I got to comfort them and be there to do that.
We cannot do this by ourselves. We need people to come forward, say something, help us take the community back, and send a message that we will not tolerate this in the city of Kokomo.
Working for you, Stephanie Wade, RTV6.
Tonight, RTV6 is continuing to expose Indiana's infant mortality issue.
Our Stephanie Wade has been working to uncover solutions to this serious issue facing Hoosier families for months. And last night, the governor announced at his State of the State address he supports legislation ensuring women have healthy pregnancies and healthy babies.
Governor Holcomb, in this room last night, announced his support for creating a pregnancy accommodation law. Back in December, we first reported on the state's lack of protection for pregnant workers, contributing to the state's high infant and maternal mortality rates.
I think the story that you did really helped push this issue forward.
Hearing a woman's painful account of losing a baby after being denied lifting restrictions by her boss.
I still had to go back in that place after the fact that I lost my child. And look at this guy in his face.
Struck a chord with lawmakers.
We're pursuing legislation that 27 other states have already adopted that will require our employers to provide reasonable accommodation for their pregnant employees.
The governor now supporting employees having access to more frequent breaks and temporary job restructuring while pregnant. Tawana McClellan's experience, just one of many that women have faced in the workplace.
Back when I was pregnant with my first son, I unfortunately ended up being a single mom. I was fired from my job when I told my work employer that I was pregnant, and it put me in a place of distress.
Groups like the Indy Chamber are jumping on board in support.
Our biggest point is about clarity, lessening litigation, and then making sure that we do everything we can to encourage workforce participation.
We are trying to keep them employed and safe. And sometimes just those minor adjustments in the workplace can really make the difference between a healthy pregnancy and a tragedy.
Working for you, Stephanie Wade, RTV6.
Stephanie Wade was in Pendleton last night shortly after the tornado hit. So, Stephanie, what is the biggest difference between last night and now?
Mark and Amanda, it was very difficult to see last night. It was pretty dark out because the power was knocked out really in every direction that you looked. And for some people today, that was still the case. Emergency management crews tell me there are still about 1,500 homes without power tonight. The damage widespread here in Pendleton.
No power. Yeah, our electrical panel, our returns pulled out of the roof.
Very ridiculous. All the damage, yeah.
Massive trees uprooted, tossed across yards, blocking streets.
We were going down into the basement, and my wife watched the tree fall as we were closing the hatch for the cellar.
Falling right on top of cars.
2018 Toyota Sienna, so, yep, gone.
I was walking these streets last night, and in the dark, you could only really see the exposed roots of this tree. But now in the daylight, you can see just how tall it is, probably about 8 feet tall, and how far it extends, toppling over this home. The sound of cleanup as people cut down branches to get to their homes today.
They came through yelling for everyone to leave, that there was gas, and so we booked out.
We had to evacuate last night because of the gas leaks, so we actually had to leave the home, and we came back this morning, and this is what we saw.
A pastor for this church coming home early from vacation, only to find the roof partly torn off.
We got a lot of shingles off. We got 3 sheets of plywood off. Our steeple is down, which is, you know, one of the landmarks of the town.
Only thing left to do.
We'll pick it back up. We'll recover.
Pendleton strong. And the incredible thing here is that no one was seriously hurt. One person had minor injuries, but it's pretty amazing that most everyone was safe here last night. Now, I was speaking with the Madison County Emergency Management Director, and he credits that to their social media efforts, getting the word out, and in part to their electronic alert system. They text and email people when there's severe weather in their area. And in this case last night, they even beat the National Weather Service by a few minutes. Now, our Paris LaBelle continues our team coverage tonight in Grant County, where another tornado touched down.